Hello, everyone. I am The War, and I'm here doing more Virtue's Last Reward. Last time, we learned the truth behind the Ambidex game, and that it is actually a kind of prisoner's dilemma type situation where we have to choose to ally or betray with whichever partner or partners we had in the last set of chromatic doors. So, in this instance, because Phi and Sigma are partners, they count as one unit, and because we went through the chromatic door with Alice, Alice was our opponent. I'm not sure if that's the correct terminology here in this Ambidex game, and you have to choose to ally or betray. And I was familiar with the topic, so it wasn't particularly new to me, but maybe there were people who hadn't been introduced to that yet. In any case, that was most of the episode last time. It was introducing that whole concept and going over it in great detail, which is good to do. Phi's conclusion was essentially that in order to get the best result for everyone, everyone would have to ally every single time in order for us to all get out. And while she, thinks that's a nice idea, she thinks it's highly unlikely, and thus betray would be the more pragmatic option because, and here's how we segue, we seem to be having some sort of morphogenic field nonsense occurring, at least with Phi and Sigma. We don't know about the rest yet, but in Sigma's case, he seems to remember past, I don't know what to call it, routes would be the VN way to say it, but past timelines, future timelines, whichever perspective you may have on it. And so he basically saw some visions where there was a bomb, this facility might be on the moon, various just flashes of stuff yet that we haven't seen. For Phi, it seems to be less concrete, but she still seems to have some knowledge, including what led her to make her decision on, the betray thing. She seems to have the knowledge that when you hit 0 on your BP points, you will get poisoned and die. And so, because she has that knowledge, she says, well, allying would be nice, but betraying pragmatically would just be the best option. But she left it to Sigma, and by extension me, to make the decision. And as we all know, Alice is best girl, and she's a friend of Clover, so of course we are going to believe in her, and we are going to choose ally, or we did choose ally. And thus we are now here. We are going to see the results of that choice. I think that's pretty much all that happened. We learned that, just like with the first set of chromatic doors, the second set are opened on a timer. And of course, we are given enough time such that we could go back and, participate in the Ambidex game. Yeah, I think that's pretty much everything. I will say one thing. This could be off base, but I thought it curious. I think maybe more than a couple, on one of the early episodes, I made a comment, I think, asking Zero the Third. I said something like, "Are you from the moon?" or something. And then we had Sigma's vision, which it looked like we were in a facility that was in a crater on the moon. That's what it looked like to me. So I think that might be an intentional connection there. I'm sure if, well, I'll say what I was thinking at the time. Since this is, I think a Japanese game, I do know a smattering of, Eastern culture or mythology. And my understanding is they have I think this is both Chinese and Japanese, and probably other Asian countries. My understanding is they are able to see a rabbit on the moon or something like that. And so there's this association between rabbits and the moon. And so I thought that the fact that when I saw Zero the Third dressed in a kind of, what was it, Eastern garb, garb might not be appropriate. It looked more high class. Zero the Third's wearing a kind of hat that I think, do emperors wear that hat? It's some kind of, or some kind of royalty, I think, wears that style of hat. And that got me thinking of, that legend, the Eastern legend of the rabbit on the moon. So I'll be kind of tickled if that ends up being the case. If Zero, not Zero the Third, Zero designed Zero the Third as a rabbit because they were going to be on the moon. I think that's pretty funny if that's the case. Maybe that's coming out of nowhere, but I just thought that was a funny potential connection. Okay, so we're gonna move on, and we're gonna see how our choice bears out. I'm really rooting for Alice here. I hope she comes through for us on this. I will be very disappointed if she betrays us, because we've been waiting for all of 999 to see her, and I still don't have a good impression of her character, and I want to like her, so we're just gonna have to see. Okay, am I recording correctly? It looks like it. Okay. As Phi and I stepped out of the AB room, I could see the others running toward the projection, shoving and pushing to get closer.
What the hell were you thinking?
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, she did leave it to us, and then, well, she didn't leave it. She left it to us on the assumption we were going to betray, because Sigma basically said, yeah, I'm going to pick betray. So, well, have fun trying to explain yourself, Sigma, because I can't explain it for you.
Did you hear anything I said?
Yeah, I was, and yeah, I did.
Then?
Well, I want to believe in Alice. Yes, we're on the same page.
It's not really a rational decision.
I know.
Yo, what's up?
What's up, Zero?
Siggy! No! Hey, what are you kids doing over there? We're about to announce the results.
Let's go. We'll find out if you made the right choice.
Yeah, I guess so. All right.
Good.
Okay.
Looks like you're all here. Finally. Let's get ready to rock! Ambidex game! Round 1! The results! If everybody would please direct their eyes to this monitor.
Ooh. Oh, my heart. My heart's been taken out and crushed into a million tiny pieces. But she was meant to be best girl. How could this be? Well, my dreams have been shattered. I don't know if I'll ever recover from this. But we're going to move forward anyway. Ugh. Oh my goodness. What's the deal here? Do you think, oh man. Our people from last game, Clover and Alice, they're both part of the Betray group. Do you think that means something? Of course, this is Kay and Clover. Kay could have been like Phi and giving a kind of rational argument, and Clover may have just gone with it, but seeing that's kind of... I'm not sure what that's supposed to tell me. I'm curious if we're going to get the opportunity to talk to Alice about this. Because this is revealing, isn't it? You know, their choices. Because I think we've been fairly, you know, Sigma and Phi have been... I mean, it's not like we've gone above and beyond, but it's not like we've been rude or... I mean, we went through the room together, and we didn't get in each other's way. Oh. All right. Well, looks like we're the losers, and Tenmyoji's a loser. Oof. That one, that stings. Oh, man. Let me actually take a picture of this. Let's put that in my notes for future reference. Okay, so that's the... we're going to write down here. This is round 1 results with Alice. Now here's the question. Okay, so presumably we're going to be able to go back and, you know, make tons of different decisions, including who we go through the first door with, and then whether we choose ally and betray, right? So I guess the question is, Alice is always going to choose betray? I guess she has to, right? So if I went back to the save file and clicked betray, we'd get betray and betray, right? And that would be... I have that saved too. If we both hit betray, we'd both be it would just be plus or minus 0, so... Ugh. That really stings. I wanted to believe in you, Alice, so badly. That... Ugh. Okay, I want to hear it. I want to hear, because again, I wanted to, but I think I said this before. I have no basis for believing in her. You know, I just wanted to do it because I thought it was funny. But really, she could have, you know, a dozen different motivations. Like maybe she really wants to get out of here with Clover or something, and she will sacrifice people she doesn't know in order to do that. You know, I know nothing, so this is informative. We actually know a bit about Alice that we did not know before. Okay, let's move on.
Here are the results from your game. Now, let us check the numbers on our bracelets.
Hey, Alice, what the hell is this?
Excuse me? I just made the most rational choice.
Okay, there it is. So it's not a, it's not like she has a motivation, like a compassionate motivation. This is the most rational choice. So she's similar to Fi in that sense.
The best way to minimize risk and maximize reward in this situation is to choose betray.
Okay. Well, this definitely isn't the most pleasant way to find out this is your character.
Anyone who thinks otherwise is, well, an idiot.
Why? Why'd you do it?
I could ask you the same question. Why did you do something as stupid as choose ally?
Why? Haven't you heard of the prisoner's dilemma? The best solution is for all of us to choose ally.
Oh, really? All of us, huh? Kay and Clover chose betray too, you know. Yes. I know about the prisoner's dilemma, but everyone picking ally isn't a reasonable outcome. Just look at the results for this round. What do they tell you? You're a pretty tender-hearted guy to trust somebody you just met. Well, maybe tender-headed would be a little more appropriate in this case.
Oof. What?
Oh, was that upsetting? My apologies. I'm only trying to warn you.
Alice is right. You made a stupid choice. And thanks to you, our BP is down to 1 now.
God damn it. I set my jaw and stomped away from Alice and Fi. My hands had balled themselves into fists, but my throat was tight and my eyes stung. Why? Why'd she done it? Quark, Dio, and Luna's group, on the other hand, seemed calm, almost happy.
Thank you. I'm so happy you chose ally.
No problem.
Well, to tell you the truth, Mr. Dio wanted to pick betray.
What?
Hey!
Mr. Dio told me to pick betray so that we could get 3 points. He said we could escape together. If we betrayed you, then we'd have 6 BP. And then, if we betrayed someone in the next round, we'd have 9.
Oh, Theo, is this true?
No, that's not what happened at all.
Kidding!
Okay, wait, what?
I lied. That was a joke. Mr. Dio would never do something like that.
It was a joke?
Are you telling the truth?
Yeah. Man, you really had me going there.
Ooh.
I really surprised you, huh?
So you really were planning to choose ally all along?
So, okay. Here's the theory. Here's the thought. Did we have a... Hang on. Let me check my notes again, because I have this here. Where's Alice? Okay. We can make a scenario. Okay, if we, in the very beginning of this game, make the choice to have Alice and... Well, basically, we have to go with Luna into the... what is that, pink or purple? Whichever that one is. Then Dio and Court will go with Tenmyoji. And Alice will go with Kay and Clover. Now, Alice gave all that talk about, rational and doing all that sort of stuff. But what if she goes with Clover, the person we've seen she cares about? Is she going to choose betray again? And then Dio and Court will go with Tenmyoji, and we know Court and Tenmyoji seem to have a kind of relationship. If they're actually grandparent and child, then that's something. That would be a reason for them not to choose betray. And then we see with Luna, she just has she seems to just naturally want to ally. So that could be it. That could be how we organize things in such a way where everyone chooses ally. Yeah. Alice talks a big game, but I'd be curious to test that. Obviously, we're going to, commit with our choices here. But I'm going to keep that in mind.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Don't worry about it. We only did what anybody else would do.
Oh, Quark.
Right, Mr. Dio?
Yeah, exactly.
I understand. I guess I just haven't had enough time to earn your trust, huh?
I suppose you could say that. I just didn't really expect you to be so nice about it.
It looked like there had been some sort of argument between Kay, Clover, and Tenmyoji, although whatever it was seemed to although whatever it was seemed to have resolved itself amicably.
Zero, when does the next round start?
What makes you think we'll be having another round?
Well, you said round 1. If there's a round 1, then there's likely a round 2.
Besides, didn't you say the goal of the AB game was to get 9 BP? That's impossible without a second round.
Oh, yeah. I guess you got a point. You're right. There will be a second round.
When?
I don't know.
Why not?
The voting happens when an AB gate opens.
They're already open.
Right you are. So, let me just close them.
The Amberjack's gates have closed. Round 2 of the Amberjack's game will be the Moon Round.
Moon round?
Moon cards will be required to open the gates.
Moon cards? Does that mean we can't use these cards anymore since they've got suns on them?
Yes, indeedy.
So there's gonna be 3 rounds. Gotcha.
Now,
You'll have to look for cards with moons on them.
So, how many times do we play the AB game?
3, I believe.
I don't know. As many times as you need to.
it's anybody's guess how long it'll go.
Oh, or I
How
guess...
long this party going until somebody opens the number 9 door.
I was guessing it was 3 based on it's the 3 symbols that are on the... what is it, the safes? It's like sun, star, moon. But I guess, considering how we're dealing with, where numbers can go up or down, I guess technically it could take a while.
So it's over when someone gets 9 BP.
Nope. As long as that person doesn't open the number 9 door, the game goes on.
That's an important... idea. 1 second. But how many... I mean, it's not like this is an infinite facility. There has to be only a certain amount of floors we can go to. So there has to be an upper limit. Okay.
Of course, you could also get stuck just below 9 BP, where every bunny just keeps going back and forth, winning, losing points.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
After all, if there's no bunny with 9 BP, the door can't open. If that happens, you'll just have to continue on to round 3, and round 4, and round 5. Round 100, round 2000, you might even go all the way up to round 24,009,004,897. Although, I really, really hope it doesn't come to that.
Hey, can I ask you something?
I don't know, can you?
There's rules about who can go into the secondary doors, right? Like, you have to have 3 people exactly.
Yeah? So?
Well, what about the number 9 door? Are the rules the same?
Nope. There aren't any rules about how many people can go through that door. It could be one person, or 2 people, or even all 9 of you. There is one thing though, Siggy. All that stuff about how you have to have 3 people to go through the secondary chromatic doors, maybe it's not 100% true.
Why would you lie? What? What do you mean?
Well, you can open the door with just 1 or 2 people if you want.
That's not what you told us.
Well, I didn't want to make things complicated.
Then explain it now.
Just use the bracelets.
What? How?
There's a sort of scanner between the 2 doors. It checks to see if the right people are going through. But that doesn't necessarily mean it's scanning the people.
So, it's scanning the bracelets then?
Ding ding ding! As long as the scanner sees the right combination of bracelets, it doesn't matter how many people there are!
But, wait, hold on a minute. Do these things even come off?
No, yes!
They do indeed.
Then how do I take it off?
Well, there's 2 ways. The first is to get through the number 9 door and escape. As soon as you're out, the bracelet unlocks all by itself.
What's the second way? Hey, Zero, wake up, will ya? What's the second way?
Oh, B.O. I think you already know.
What?
Do you really want to get rid of that bracelet?
Of course I do!
Oh, well, I see. It's easy. Nothing to it, really.
You die.
Here's an exciting fact. Your heart creates a bunch of faint electrical impulses. You know what an electrocardiogram is, right? Technically, it's a machine that graphs the electric current flowing across the myocardium, but you probably know it as the thing in the hospital with the little light that goes beep, 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 beep. When someone dies on a TV show. Anyway, the point is that you can detect the electricity that your heart makes by pumping blood. Your fancy little bracelets pick up on that. They're always watching. So, when that signal goes away...
The lock on the bracelet releases, right?
Yep. So there you go. The second way. Your heart stops. Your bracelet comes off. Apart from that, there's no other way to get the bracelets off. If you try something harebrained, like trying to break them or something, you'll be disobeying the rules. I don't think I need to remind you what happens when you do that. But if you're lucky, you might get to see a few of them come off during the next round. Oops. I guess it's not going to be very lucky for some of you, huh?
Next round.
Yep.
What do you mean?
Well, do I have to explain everything?
Somebody might die during the next round of the AB game. There. That's pretty clear, right?
Might.
If I had to guess, I'd say it's going to be Tenderhearted. Or Siggy. Oh, or maybe Fido. Or maybe everyone. Oh.
What?
Why?
I guess I can tell you why. Anyone whose BP drops to 0 gets penalized, just like when you break the rules. I'm pretty sure I already told you what the penalty is.
You mean the needles in our bracelets are gonna activate, and we'll die?
Correct, Siggy. Full marks.
So, if I had been right. But how had she known before Zero told us?
I see. Phi, Sigma, and I only have 1 BP. That means we'd have less than 0 if we lost 2 points.
I took a moment to go over everything in my head. The AB game would continue until someone opened the number 9 door. There were no rules about how many people could or couldn't pass through the number 9 door. That meant it was possible for everyone to escape. The secondary chromatic doors could be opened by any number of people, so long as you had the right bracelets. So, thinking about that, couldn't we... I mean, shouldn't we be able to convince everyone at this point to say, hey, look, once you reach 9, you know, okay, maybe not convince, because we've already seen from several of these people that they want to get out of here as soon as possible, and I could totally understand wanting to get out of here as soon as possible, but I think it would be an interesting idea to bring up the fact that technically, you know, the people who get to 9 first, hey, in order to, I don't know, satisfy being a decent human being, shouldn't you at least attempt to try and get all of us out of here? I mean, now that we know that, you know, there's not going to be any penalty for you waiting, you could still escape whenever. I don't think... No. I think you have to go through the chromatic doors, so you'd still have to participate in the puzzles. But we haven't seen anything dangerous about the puzzles themselves yet. We would... it'd be appealing to their mercy, really. And, well... I don't know if Alice has any mercy. Yeah. Basically, we would just be begging for them to stay and help us get to the 9 as well. So you could be open to any other people as long as you have the right bracelets. Bracelets would only unlock under 2 conditions: if you left the building or if your heart stopped. A lot of this is similar to 999. If your BP hit 0, the needles in your bracelet would activate, killing you, which is different.
Oh, one last thing. The next set of chromatic doors you'll be going through are downstairs. You already saw them, right? There should have been 3. Red, blue, and green. That means that to get through, you'll need bracelets in cyan, magenta, and yellow.
But wait, you've already got those bracelets. Have a look. The color's changed, hasn't it?
It did change. I'm yellow now.
So am I.
Me too. It looks like the color wasn't the only thing that changed.
What do you mean?
Well, it looks like our groups have changed too. I was a solo last round, but now it says pair.
Oh. Man. This all these group mechanics, it's getting more complex every time.
Wait. Really? Mine still says solo.
It looks like Luna and I both changed. Although I've gone from solo to pair.
I'm the opposite. Mine went from pair to solo.
No change here. Still a pair. I guess this must be magenta. Are you 2 magenta too?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Quark, Clover, and I are cyan.
I think Mr. K and I are pairs. And Miss Clover is a solo?
Looks like it.
When did they change?
Back when the AB gates closed. As soon as the gates close, your colors get all shuffled up automatically. The parent solo assignments hop around a bit too. And of course, it's totally random.
See, you say that, but I'm gonna have to be on the lookout.
No rules or anything! Now, with all of that explained,
I must bid you adieu.
Sadly, we may never meet again.
What?
Well, there's not really anything for me to facilitate anymore. I mean, you guys are good from here, right?
I'll never see you guys again.
did you really think I was gonna cry? Nah, 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 nah. Suckers! As if I'd cry over you dummies!
What the? You fucking dick.
You mad?
Anyway, good luck. I may be gone, but I'm
Always watching. Maybe I'll see you again someday.
Have a nice tragedy.
That little piece of shit. If I could just get my hands on that little fucker, I'd squeeze him till he popped.
That sounds gross. I don't really want to think about that.
So what happens now? We've still got a while until the chromatic doors open.
Yeah. Looks about, like 42 minutes.
We should go and see if we can find any other exits. Maybe there's a vent or a disposal chute or something. If there's a chance Zero missed something.
I concur. There's no point in standing around. We lose nothing by looking. And if we find nothing, we can always return and go through the chromatic doors.
Let's split up. 5 minutes would give us a good half hour or so. Let's meet in front of the chromatic doors 5 minutes before they open then. Any objections?
There were none. After some nods and mumbling, they split up and moved off to investigate. I was the only person who stayed behind. Damn. How the hell did I even end up here? Why? Why me? Try as I might, I couldn't think of anything I'd done that could have landed me in Zero's game. I hadn't pissed anyone off, at least not this bad. I didn't owe anybody money, and my family certainly wasn't rich. If anyone was hoping to get a fat ransom payout for me, they were going to be very disappointed. Obviously, I wasn't some kind of genius, nor was I an Olympic athlete. And I certainly hadn't been chosen by God to fulfill some great purpose on his earth. Well, at least if I was, I didn't know it yet. Had I started a fight with a frightening and mysterious new religion? No. Had I hacked into some terrorist group's server? No. Had I witnessed an assassination? No. Had I gotten wasted and had a one-night stand with the mistress of a prominent politician? Well, yes. Wait, what? Well, yes, but it was just the one time. Do tell, Sigma. And she was the one who went after me. Nice, nice. Anyway, I was just an ordinary college student. If there was a reason I'd been abducted and put into the nonary game, I sure couldn't see it. Why was this happening to me? I thought back to what I'd been doing right before I was taken. The memories were still a little blurry, but they were there. Okay. December 25th, 2028. Which isn't that far away, funnily enough. It's currently 2022. And it's actually almost 2023, so we are very close to this, actually, this date. Early morning, California desert. The moon was beautiful. I'd just finished writing a paper due that day and was heading to my car from the research building. The parking lot was empty, and a bright moon cast sharp shadows across the chilly pavement. The last time I'd looked at the clock... Excuse me, sorry about that. It had said it was 2 in the morning, which meant that today was Christmas Day. Oh, Merry Christmas. So why was I, at school, typing away feverishly on Christmas? There were 3 reasons. First, my home computer had suddenly decided to eat shit. When I hit the power button, I just got nothing. I didn't have the time to spend all night troubleshooting the stupid thing, so I headed back to campus to use one of the school machines. Second, the professor in charge of my research group was a Buddhist. Christmas didn't appear to have any sort of significance to him, and part of me couldn't shake the thought that he was trying to make some kind of point. Third, my girlfriend had broken up with me a week before. This is a familiar part of the protagonist's character. I'm dealing with another protagonist right now who is dealing with the same thing. I'm sorry. I don't think we should see each other anymore. Goodbye. All I got was that one cold email. Try as I might, I couldn't even get in touch with her. Of course, that meant I wouldn't be attending the party we'd been planning on going to. Somehow, I didn't think drinking by myself around a bunch of happy couples would be a really good idea. At any rate, I'd stayed up all night to finish my paper and emailed it off to the professor before the sun began to rise. As I walked across the parking lot, I felt light. Perhaps it was the relief of finishing my paper, or perhaps it was the 5 energy drinks I'd chugged to stay awake. Perhaps it was both. I slid into my car and stuck the key into the ignition after only 2 tries. I twisted the key. Nothing happened. Huh? I jiggled the key in the slot and tried again. And again. And again. On the 5th try, the engine made an odd creaking noise like metal on metal and fell silent. God damn it. You stupid piece of shit. I screamed and pounded on the steering wheel, but nothing worked. The console was about to get a visit from my fist when... Huh? What? What the hell is this? Why is my car smoking? I clawed at the door, and for a moment, I thought that was just my panic and lack of sleep that were keeping me from opening it. It wasn't long before I realized the truth. Shit. Open, god damn it. What was going on? My mind was racing, trying desperately to puzzle out what was happening. through a haze of fear and caffeine-fueled neuron misfires. That was when I saw it. Just a glimpse in the rearview mirror, but I was certain there was someone behind my car. I spun around as fast as a very tired college student sitting in a car can. Who's there? My vision started to swim as the smoke filled the car. The more of it I inhaled, the heavier my body felt, and I could already feel the world starting to go dark. The last of my strength failed, and I collapsed sideways into the passenger seat. My eyes slowly drooped closed. When they opened again, I was in the AB room with Phi. Why is this happening to me? I spent a few minutes wallowing in misery. I figured I deserved at least a little self-pity. But even I knew that brooding and whining wasn't going to get me anywhere. Like Kay had said, we needed to try at least to find another way out. So, I shook my head to clear it, stood up straight, and headed off. Okay, I think... yeah. I think we'll leave it there. Not at my limit, but I think this might take some time, so we'll call it here today. So, what have we learned today? We learned that I seem to be tender-hearted and tender-headed. You know, I'll take the L on that, you know? Fair enough, Alice. I wanted to believe in this idealized version of you, and I got slapped in the face with reality, so I guess I'll not make that mistake again of trusting you. And unfortunately, in terms of rating who is best girl, Alice is going to have to be knocked from her pedestal. Now, does that mean that Luna or Phi will automatically take first place in best girl? No. No, not yet. I think it's more a case of Alice had a head start, you know? And I'll have to come to that conclusion later. So, I just wanted to believe. I wanted to believe. Oh well. We'll handle it. We'll get through this. We did get another huge dump of information, both on the rules and a bit of the background of what Sigma's been up to. So I'll probably just have to go through this again and make sure I get all the rules written down. In any case, I hope you're enjoying the Let's Play. I hope you are all doing well, and I hope you stay that way. I'm The Worm. This is Virtue's Last Reward. See you next time.